Well, there's uncertainty in Nigeria's main lawyers association, that's the Nigerian Bar Association, concerning worsening infighting within its ranks. On Thursday, the National Executive Committee of the association dissolved the leadership of the NBA section on Public Interest and Development Law, SPIDEL. A 5-member caretaker committee to oversee its affairs has been appointed to replace the group led by John Aikpokpo Martins.
Well, the National Executive Committee, Caretaker Committee, asked to take steps to terminate all the public interest cases instituted by the sacked SPIDEL leadership. The NBA and SPIDEL have been at loggerheads, with SPIDEL disagreeing with the leadership style of the NBA president, Yakubu Mekiel. We're joined now by the chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association section on public interest and development law, John Aikpokpo Martins himself. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with your, reservations about the leadership style. What you say is the leadership style of the NBA president, Yakubu Mekiel, and talk about that and what exactly is at the root of this face-off between SPIDEL, NBA-Spidel, and NBA.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, it will not be my place to talk about his leadership style, but everybody has his leadership style. But the most important thing is to make sure you carry everybody along, and you make sure you carry the association along in a way that it will be better than the way you met it. Now, on the issue of the loggerhead between SPIDEL and Mr. President, well, I won't say there's a loggerhead. I want to say, well, there's a disagreement of the understanding of the workings of the different organs and offices of the association. NBA is like a conglomerate of different bodies. In the association, you have the national offices, you have the branches, you have the sessions, you have the institutes, and you have the fora. So there are several aspects of the NBA, the way you see it. However, the president is the face of the NBA. However, the constitution also limits the extent and powers of the president, the extent and powers of the branches, extent and powers of the sections, and the fora and the institute. So the problem we are having here is that the SPIDEL itself is not happy with Mr. President interfering with the affairs of SPIDEL, because constitutionally, sessions, because we have 3 sessions in the Nigerian Bar Association. We have the session on the we have the session on business law, we have the session on the legal practice, and we have a session on public interest, practice law, and public interest and development law, which is SPIDEL. So these are the 3 sessions. And in the NBA constitutions, you have what we call uniform bylaws for branches. All the branches have the same bylaws. The sessions have the same bylaw. This regulates their activities. Now, we are not the framers of the Constitution. NBA has been there for a very long time before we ever came into the NBA. But in the wisdom of our founding fathers, the sessions are somehow, if you look at the Constitution, insulated from the office of the president, totally insulated from the office of the president. Whereas the powers of Mr. President is as contained in Section 8 of the Constitution, is well stated. He directs and coordinates the activities of national officers. He directs and coordinates the offices of the committees of the Nigerian Bar Association, and coordinates the branches. But the session was not added to it. It does not coordinate the branches. Now, when you come,
so are you saying SPIDEL is entirely autonomous?
No, it cannot
totally be independent of the parent body, NBA. So SPIDEL can go ahead and maybe carry out activities without the input of the NBA. Is that what you're saying?
No, the president is not the NBA. The president is an office in the NBA.
Right.
So the SPIDEL is not independent of the Nigerian Bar Association, but it's independent of the office of the president of the Nigerian Bar Association. SPIDEL reports, as a session, reports to the annual general meeting of the association. Right. The SPIDEL activities they are independent in the activities, in the design and execution of the activities of this section. We have what we call the executive committee. The Constitution gives the executive committee the power to supervise and control all the activities of the section, then the section must report to the association what they have done, must report to the association what they have done. That is why at every NEC meeting, sessions are called upon to render reports to NEC meeting and render reports at the annual general meeting.
No, now let's dig into it because we're running out of time. You've gone to court.
No, members
have gone to court.
Spidel
went to court. So Spidel itself
to stop the president, Mr. Mikhail, from presiding over.
Okay, let me explain it so that people will understand. The members that went to court that NEC should not discuss the matter at next week because they filed a motion that NEC should not discuss the matter or take decision because the main case that they have filed has to do with the power of NEC to even sit over.
I'm aware of that. Isn't this
no? I'm coming so that you know the difference.
Isn't this similar to, because there's a precedent which you were also part of that precedent. I recall the time of Mr. Akpata, who was there, and Joyce Odua, who also went to court at that point in time. And even though the case was in court, you sitting down here, you went round to do what she had wanted the court not to do.
That's not true.
So tell us what's true.
What is not true? Before she went to court, she had been suspended. Before Joyce Odua, as General Secretary, went to court, she had been suspended. So she went to court to overturn the suspension. Then, but by the Constitution of Nigeria Bar Association, when the officers take an action, it has to be ratified at the National Executive Council meeting. So the matter was already pending before the National Executive sat over her matter. And that's what the court said, that they ought not to have sat over the matter because the matter was already before the court. However, Joyce Odua has already been suspended before she ever went to court. That clarification must be made.
Right, but the observers would say that the crux of the matter here, seems to be a lack of fidelity to the rule of law, whether on the part of the NBA, the Nigeria Bar Association, the parent body, or Spidel itself. I mean, is there any aspect of the law that actually empowers you to say that the NBA cannot, or Mr. Mikhail, cannot supervise your activities?
Yes.
Which aspect of the law is that?
That's what I keep saying. That the law says that it's the executive committee, of which I am the chairman. We have about 25 members that has the power to regulate, supervise, and control the activities of Spidel. Spidel does not get money from NBA. Spidel raises his own money. Members pay their dues. It's not every lawyer that is a member of Spidel. You have to pay your dues to be a member of Spidel. We raise our money. We elect our members. I'm an elected person. As I sit here, I'm an elected officer. All the executive are elected. We were elected in June last year. Now, the president has no single control. I repeat it again. It is for the person who said the president has control to show to us where it gives power to the president to control the activities of sessions.
Is that why you went to court? What exactly is the court case about? Very quickly.
Because the president had earlier made a publication that the Spidel activities should be suspended. And that is what drove our members to court. But Spidel on our own, being a body that respects the law, we now wrote to to NEC meeting to say we have an issue with the Mr. President. Please, can you refer this matter to a body to look at this matter?
You want it out of the agenda?
No, we now wrote before the meeting.
You want it out of the agenda?
It was not even in the agenda. Right? But in the constitution of the NBA, before you can go to court, you must exhaust internal resolution mechanism. So we now wrote to say, look, we have this an issue with the Mr. President. Can you please refer this matter to a body that can sit over this matter and let's have a solution to the problem?
Has that been done?
No. Then secondly, we now also wrote that Mr. Mikhail, who is our president, well-respected president, cannot preside over the matter because he is the one complaining over the activities of Spidel. Right. So please, can you accuse yourself from sitting over the issue when the matter comes up for discussion at NEC. So at NEC, what happened? First, the General Secretary, Mr. Adesina Adegbite, reported to the House that there is a case already filed, have been served with a case filed, that we should not discuss this matter today. Then we also have a motion from Spidel that they have an issue with Mr. President, that this body should please refer it to a body for resolution, and that Mr. President should not sit over the matter. But Mr. President waived everything, sat over the matter, he became the complainant. At the same time, he ruled, and then I said he dissolved the leadership of Spidel. But
well,
today,
let's hope going forward, Mr. John Aikpokpo Martins, you'll be able to resolve this issue between Spidel and the Nigeria Bar Association.
The Spidel leadership has taken an action, taken a decision this evening.
We hope the elders can weigh in.
What's the decision?
Our decision that the resolution of NEC is unlawful.
Okay.
And it's not subject to obedience by us, because we cannot, where the court is sitting and said, don't take any step, you not take a step, and we cannot go into that part of IFEMI. So we are not respecting that decision. The leadership of Spidel, as elected in June 2023, remains the leadership of Spidel. Who is not satisfied can go to court.
Thank you very much, Mr. John Aikpokpo Martins.